Yeah. Shrek! Plane story hype. Okay, so you guys ready for the plane story? You guys ready for the plane story? Yo, Kind, thank you so much. 2 months, it says. 2 months. Ranky TV, thank you so much for the resub, and I can't even. Okay. Anonymous, sorry, I've already read that. Okay, so the plane story. So, I flew. This is my first plane flight ever, right, guys? First plane flight ever. Like, this is my experience right here. So, we are on a plane from Charlotte to Denver. Okay. And I do have first class tickets, so I am in first class. So we are at the very front of the plane, alright guys? You guys know what first class is. You're at the very front of the plane. So we leave, everything's good. The flight goes really well. There's one time at the flight where we get like a lot of turbulence and the plane just like fucking shakes forever. But it wasn't really that big of a deal, right? I was just listening to my music. Like nothing scared me about the plane or anything like that, you know? Because as long as I have my music, like, I'm good to go. So, we're about 15 minutes from Denver, right? We're about 15 minutes from Denver, and we're preparing to land and stuff like that, and I'm like, hell yeah, you know, we're in Denver, like, I'm pumped,
baby, it's
you know?
Oh, yeah!
Rufus Tyrilius, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Welcome back to the community. So, yeah, turbulence is common. So, like, I'm just going to tell you everything I know about the story, okay? Like, how other people were feeling, how I was feeling. And so, we're about to land, and everything's going fine. Everything's going fine, right? We come in, we land, we skid across the, we don't skid across the landing area. Everything goes smoothly with the landing, alright? So, I'm like, we're down in Denver, Colorado Airport, DIA. We are on the runway, and we have successfully landed, and our plane is on our way from landing to go to the undocking area, alright guys? So, we're in that area. So, our plane is just slowly moving on the track, and it seems like everything's fine. You know, I'm like, alright, my first plane flight, everything went fine. Suddenly, guys, we stop. Everything just stops, right? And then all I see is a flight attendant from the back run to the front, right? Like, run. Longest story ever. No, this is gonna be a, this is gonna be a pretty long story, guys. I'm gonna tell you everything that, because this is a life experience I'll never fucking forget, right? So I see a flight attendant run from the back to the front, right? And I was just like, now you guys gotta understand something. I have never been on a plane before, so I don't know what it's like when you land, right? Like, I don't know if fucking flight attendants run around the plane or not. Everyone just starts looking around, right? Everyone's just looking around. And we're just like, you know, like, what's going on? We're stopped. I didn't really think of anything of it because, you know, I was just listening to music. Wasn't that big of a deal. And then I smelt something, right? I smelt something, and it wasn't a fire. You know how, like, a lot of people were saying there's smoke in the apartment? It wasn't fire, dudes. I can tell you that 100, and anyone on that plane can tell you it wasn't fire. Because everyone's head was hurting. Like, to be honest with you, my head was hurting during the flight. Like, my head just, like, kept hurting for some reason. I was just like, I don't know why. But this smell was like a chemical smell, right? Like, not fire. Not fire. Honest, a bot, thank you so much for the resub, and welcome back to the community. So, like, everyone's head's hurting, right? I'm like, Mom, my head is killing me. She's like, my head is killing me too. And, like, everyone's just looking around and trying to find out what's going on. And then there's, like, 1 minute of silence for some reason, where, like, everyone's just, like, trying to figure out what's going on. And then I look back, like, down the hallway, and it's just smoke everywhere, just smoke, right? And then all I hear is the captain say, evacuate, evacuate, like, don't get anything, evacuate now, right? And so people start screaming, right? Because, I mean, the reason, when you smell this, you think the plane's gonna blow up. That's what a message I received from what the captain said, you know? The captain, like, even the captain didn't even make that big of an announcement, because he was like, fucking, I'm out. I'm out, right? So, it's just fucking 420 blazed, all in the airplane. And all I hear is evacuate, right? So, we're in first class, and we're in the front. And the slides pop out, like, this alarm starts going off, and, like, there's exit signs everywhere and shit. And people are freaking out. Some people are trying to grab their bags. Now, where we're sitting on the plane, we're in the front, and in front of me are 2 kids, and there's 2 kids on this side too. So there's a family with 4 kids in front of us, and that mom is like trying to get her stuff in, and everyone's just like, it's one of those things where you can't stop. It's like being at, if you guys have ever been at Black Friday when they open up the gates to a store and you hear about people getting trampled, dude, it's no fucking joke. Like, dude, people were screaming and crying, like this, like, people thought that they were gonna die. All right, now I just like, I was cool as a cucumber, dude. I was just like, you know, I was just chilling, because initially I didn't think, you know, this plane's gonna fucking blow. So I was just like, God, just like, there's smoke in the cab, and then people just are making a big deal about it. So we're on our way out, and the slides pop out, right? Alarms start going off, people screaming, and the flight attendants go out the slide. We're at the very front of the plane, so we get like first access to the slide. And the flight attendant was, like I said, there's a family with 4 kids in front of us. These kids were probably like 6 or 7 years old, right? Maybe even probably 6 years old. And we're going out the slide, and these parents don't give a fuck, dude. These parents are already off the plane, right? And their children are still on the plane. Like, it was one of those things. Like, no one knew where anyone was. And so it's coming up on my turn to slide down the slide. Now let me tell you something about the slide, guys. The slide is fun as fuck. The slide is fantastic. It is a lot of fun. It is. Because you might not know this, but whenever you slide down on it, like, I know they're emergency slides, but they're really, that's true love, yeah. So I'll get back to the point in 1 minute, but like, the emergency slides are there for emergencies. You can tell they're not used that much, right? Like, me being on it, you can tell that there wasn't, like, there's thought put into it, but I don't think that they ever tested it. So whenever you jump down on it, like, the inside part just collapses, so you just, like, dip way down, and you get a lot of speed going down. It's so much fun, dude. It's so much fun. Like, people were hurting their elbows and stuff because they were getting so much speed. Like, they were sliding off of it and stuff. I mean, it was insane. It was awesome. That part was awesome, right? Yo, Waycam, welcome back to the community. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, dude, I highly suggest, if any of you guys ever have a chance to try out one of the slides on an airplane, they're fun as hell. They really are. So it was getting to my point where I had to go down the slide, and guess who's in front of me? This 6-year-old boy, right? Person in front of him goes, it's time for him to go. He's looking around, he's like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. I was like, dude, go, right? Like, there's people screaming behind me, like, pushing me, and he's like, I'm not going, I'm not going. I pushed this motherfucker off the slide. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I pushed a 6-year-old off the slide. Go ahead, sue me, huh? Sue me. I gave this motherfucker, I gave him a good push. Like, he was holding on to the airplane, so, like, I couldn't, he wouldn't, like, go, so I just shoved him out the plane, because, like, dude, he wasn't going anywhere. Like, I 100% promise you, with this kid's mentality, that guy was not going unless someone was pushing him. And I think I would have given him a lot easier of a push than some people behind me. Alright? So I think I did the kid a favor. But I pushed the kid off the slide. Because, I mean, he just had to go. Like, he, you know, like, it was just one of those things. He just had to man up and do it. And, there you go. Yeah. And then I slid down, and then, so this is what happens next. This is what happens. All these fire crews and stuff comes out. You gotta understand that on the plane, it's fucking hot, okay? It's hot. Like, I'm on the borderline of sweating on the plane, right? I'm using a little air vent, and I'm sucking the air, like, all the cold air out the air vent that I can. So, it is 10 degrees in Colorado when we get there. And we are outside on the airport, standing there. Some people have t-shirts on, some people have, like, nothing on, right? So, so, people have nothing on, and we just went from, like, it being very hot to fucking freezing, and they left us out there for, like, it was 30 minutes that we were outside. 30 minutes just out in the cold, dude. And, like, the funniest thing, like, nobody knows each other on this plane, right? And everyone was just like, come together, guys, we gotta use our body heat for warmth. And, like, everyone's, like, hugging each other in a little ball. I hug people I don't even fucking know, dude. Free hugs for days. We're just a big ball of people, and we're just all hugging each other, trying to keep each other warm, because it was fucking cold, and they wouldn't let us go anywhere. Free hugs for days, dude. So basically, end of the story, the plane comes back, we ended up, they bring buses out for us, they take us into this terminal thing, we wait 30 more minutes for us to wait in a line to check off our names, just make sure everyone's there. After that, we have to wait another 2 hours, 2 fucking hours, to get our luggage that we left on the plane, because they said, evacuate, don't take your shit, just get out of the plane. So a lot of people left their things, and we had to wait 2 hours for that. And that's when the cameras came in. That's whenever, like, they started doing interviews, when we were just sitting there waiting for the packages, or for our luggage. And I was just like, please don't, like, I don't want to be interviewed, I don't want to be put on TV, please. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. Do you guys want to see what happened? Do you guys want to see? Yeah, man, we won't put you on TV. Sure. Thanks, man, that would really mean a fucking lot if you didn't put me on TV. So here, this is the picture that I took. This is the picture that I took right here, guys. This is our plane. This is the slide that I used. This one right here. This is right here is the Weederino slide. So you see how this slide right here is, like, really bent down? That's what I'm talking about with the slides. Like, because as more and more people come down them, the slides, like, go inward. So it becomes more of a steep slope, so you get mad speed, right? So this is the picture that I took. I took this picture. This is just everyone just coming in on the plane. Like I said, we are here. It's fucking cold. There's snow outside. Alright. And then Denver News asked me if they could use my picture, wherever it was. Right here. Can we use your picture? Sure. Thank you. Can we get your full name? I am good, but you can use the picture. Thank you. And then they tried to, like, I don't know. They tried to get more information on it. So I was like, so here comes the interview people, right? We're all just waiting here. And I was like, they be wanting an interview. They be wanting interviews. I'd be like, not worth, okay? Alright, so here they are just interviewing people. This right here is the motherfucker that put me on TV, by the way. That right there, if you can't see that, that says, Denver 7, okay? So this right here is the guy. This right here. This guy. Weederino, right on the fucking front page. Passengers evacuate plane at DIA. Smoke report in cabin after landing. Weederino, your boy. Fucking. This right here is it. This is what they put on the news. So Fan-fucking-tastic. Fantastic. I said, please don't put me on camera. And the guy seemed sincere. He's like, yeah, dude, I won't put you on camera. And we're fucked. I can't believe that. But I do have to say, once again, that the slides are so much fun. The slides are seriously so much fun. You're famous! Yeah, I know, dude. I got the khaki swag. I often rep the khaki swag when I'm out. I see his legs! But see, I was so just mad at that. I wasn't mad. You guys gotta understand that I can't. This was my day yesterday, okay? Bazooka Boy, thank you so much for being here. Bazooka Boy? Is it right? Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Garani, thank you so much for the sub as well. Welcome to the community, man. Just letting you know, Weeds, where the plane land is called the tarmac, and take my money because you almost died. Dude, and like I said, everyone was, people, I saw people that thought that they were gonna die. And like, it was a weird, it was a weird experience for me because I didn't, it was whatever for me. You know, like I was just like, I was cool as a cucumber. I was like, all right, because my day consisted of, I started streaming at 8. I stopped streaming at 4:30, got ready, took a shower, went to the airport, flew to Denver, and then I had to wait an additional 4 hours for the fucking luggage that was on the plane, right? So whenever they took that picture of me downstairs, I have been up for over 24 hours, and I wasn't pissed, but I was I was so tired, dude. I was just so tired, man. I was just like, get me out of this airport, you know? But yeah, like I said, it was weird because like I saw people that thought that they were gonna die, you know? I don't know. Like people were crying and stuff. I was just like, ah. And they did a really good job of controlling everything, because it really was like it really was like kind of a crisis, because I mean, I didn't know. Looking back on it, I guess that, you know, there was smoke in the cabin, like a decent amount of smoke, you know. But see, the thing is, this is the weird thing. The flight came from Phoenix to Charlotte to Colorado, and there was someone that took the flight from Phoenix to Charlotte. And they said whenever they landed that they smelled something funny, you know? And like, that's just really weird to think about, that during the plane fight, like a lot of people had headaches because of what we were breathing in on the plane, right? Like, that's weird. I don't know. And I still don't know what it is. They haven't released anything on what it was, so I don't know. I was so close. I was so close to tweeting in the news station and be like, I was 420 blazing it. But people definitely told me I shouldn't do that. Like whenever they tweeted at me, because it's funny, dude. It's, you know, like there was smoke on a plane. It was my first plane ride. I just couldn't wait to get to Colorado. You know, as soon as we landed in Colorado, as soon as those tires hit the ground, I blazed it up. What airline? It was American Airline. Crazy Kid, thank you so much for the sub. And Equilix, thank you so much for the resub. We love Frank to Gaming, thank you so much for the $10 donation, my man. When did this happen? It happened fucking yesterday. I only flew to Colorado for 1 day, homies. 1 day. Paramedic training kept you cool? Okay, so I haven't really thought about it like that, but I would probably say yeah. I would honestly say that, yeah, that's probably the reason why. I didn't even think about that, dude. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Planes are like a completely new experience to me, so. Do I have a medical card? No, I bought marijuana recreationally, and in Colorado. I don't have like I don't have a medical card. You're looking at houses? Yes, and I found one, and everything's good to go, man. I found a perfect place. It's incredible. It really is. It's incredible. Very close to downtown. Everything's good to go, dudes. Here's a vid of the situation. I heard that a POV of the slide included. Wait, really? Holy shit, Weez, you have a lower body. Nice hoodie, though. Weedgasm, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. I'm actually curious about this. I heard that there's a video. And the thing is, on one of the videos, you can see my mom sliding down. Don't grab your bags, get off. Dude, isn't that exactly what I just told you guys? Don't grab your bags, get the fuck off the plane. Alright, let's see.
Jump! Go, go, jump! Jump, go, go, jump! Go, jump!
Only on 4 dramatic cell phone videos showing passengers sliding down an emergency chute. That was today after their plane landed at Denver International Airport. Those passengers were rushed off the plane when the pilot noticed there was smoke in the cabin. Right now, we want to send it out to CBS 4's Kelly Worthman following the story at DIA. Kelly, any injuries in all this?
Jim, we're told that at least 3 passengers were treated for minor injuries at the scene here. Of course, they're thankful that they're minor injuries and thankful that no one was seriously hurt. Now, this all happened after the plane safely landed here at DIA. Then those dramatic moments happened out here on the tarmac.
Jump, go, go, jump! Go, jump!
This exclusive cell phone video shows the intense moments on board U.S. Airways Flight 445 as 158 passengers and 6 crew members were forced to use the emergency evacuation slides. All were evacuated after smoke was reported in the cabin. American Airlines says the smoke was discovered after the plane landed safely at DIA around noon today. Once passengers were off the plane, they were safely bussed from the cold tarmac to the concourse. There, passengers got their belongings, and in they were safely bussed from the cold tarmac to the concourse. There,
oh my god. I didn't even know I was on this.
They were safely bussed from the cold tarmac to the...
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic, dude. Awesome. What I like to see.
Concourse. There, passengers got their belongings, and in some cases, a few band-aids.
The slide was really steep.
I remember this guy.
And,
this guy had a dog. This guy had a fucking dog with him. I remember this guy. He had a fucking dog with him. He had a dog with him on the plane.
Banged onto the ground. It just hurt my elbow a little bit, but everything was fine. Everybody was pretty cooperative.
Yeah, I don't think at any time there was any sense of panic or anything. I mean, it was definitely got your heart rate up for sure, but everyone was pretty calm and the stewardesses did their job.
Now, as for where that smoke came from is still under investigation. DIA officials tell us that the plane has since been cleared. No fire was found on the plane. American Airlines says they are working with the NTSB as well as the FAA to find out exactly what happened. Live at DIA, Kelly Worthman, CBS 4 News.
Kelly, thank you.
No sign of fire here. Dude. I wish I got a picture. Look, this guy's in short sleeves, right? I hit Kelly. Who? Oh, is Kelly the girl that? I'm glad that that's what you got from this, guys. I love you guys. I'm glad that from this whole experience of me almost dying that you would bang the lady at the news. All right, fucking fantastic. My community loves me.